Welcome to the Lever Report, a weekly video newsletter for talent-focused leaders to navigate the week ahead. I'm Drew Fortin, here with your latest update for the week starting Monday, April 14th, 2025. Trade wars intensify, the service as a software revolution, RTO's impact on gender equity, new research on the relationship between employee engagement and performance, and how leadership agility can help you survive. Here's the news to start your week. Amid escalating trade tensions between US and China, the stock market experienced a volatile week last week, ultimately closing higher with the S&P and Dow Jones seeing their best week since 2023, and the Nasdaq its strongest since 2022, according to Yahoo Finance. This market activity occurred as investors reacted to the latest tariff announcements and retaliations. Simultaneously, a University of Michigan survey revealed a significant drop in consumer sentiment to its lowest point since June 2022, indicating growing concerns about the economy. Reuters reported that China has responded to U.S. tariff hikes by raising duties on U.S. goods to 125%, labeling the U.S.'s actions as a joke. But the Wall Street Journal highlighted that globally, countries are proactively preparing for a potential economic downturn, spurred by the ongoing trade war through measures like interest rate cuts and support for domestic industries. These developments present a complex landscape for business leaders. The escalating tariffs and global economic preparations signal increased uncertainty in supply chains and potential cost increases. So we're probably thinking, right, what does this have to do for us and how we manage talent? Well, this is a tough one. All of this uncertainty, right, there are many companies that are enacting hiring freezes and no backfill orders. Well, on the other hand, some companies are saying we just need to get back to growth. We want to see through this. We want to keep our teams intact. We want to retain our people. And when your organization hears that you're going through hiring freezes, you're doing no backfill orders, that creates more unease. So businesses really need to double down right now on keeping their teams engaged, on being as transparent as possible, and helping their people prepare on how to lead through these uncertain times. It can actually be a galvanizing force. Now, we're at a pivotal moment in how we think about work, driven by the evolution of AI, of course. As highlighted in the Sunday Guardian by Sharon Kaur, AI is not just improving existing software, it's ushering in an era of what they call services as a software. This concept marks a fundamental change from traditional SaaS or software as a service, which complements human workers, to AI-driven tools that fully automate labor-intensive processes. Think about this. Instead of humans providing the service, AI delivers the outcome with minimal intervention. We see this with AI handling complex tasks like legal analysis, customer support, and data interpretation, essentially turning those services into software solutions. For leaders, this requires a major shift in the mindset for us of how we think about software. We need to move beyond simply adopting AI as a tool to start re-engineering our entire process with AI at the core. This means rethinking how we organize resources, automate workflows, and redefining our roles. Our focus should be on leveraging AI to handle the routine, freeing up our people to focus on uniquely human contributions, right? Think about strategic thinking, complex problem solving, and building relationships. This transition to AI-driven automation is not just about efficiency, it's about fundamentally reimagining how we achieve results. The return to office movement, or RTO, is having an impact on gender equity. In a recent article on SHRM Online, Roy Marr highlights that while women's labor force participation has seen record highs, a key fact driving this progress has been the rise of remote work, which offers crucial flexibility, particularly for working mothers. However, as companies increasingly mandate a return to traditional office settings, we risk jeopardizing these gains. See, the core issue here is the potential loss of flexibility. And as Marr's article points out, when the option becomes solely 100% in person or no work, some women may feel compelled to leave the workforce to manage caregiving. So this could reverse the progress made in recent years, especially in industries with less flexible work options. So flexibility just isn't a benefit, right? It's essential for retaining and advancing women. As Moore emphasizes, companies need thoughtful hybrid models that ensure remote workers aren't excluded from growth opportunities. This is a reminder that the future of work must intentionally support gender equity, and that's all on us as leaders to design. There's a fascinating paradox at the heart of employee performance. Does employee engagement drive high performance, or does high performance lead to greater engagement? Culture Amp's latest research, as detailed in their 2025 report, The Science of Sustainable High Performance, sheds light on this intricate relationship. The study reveals a strong connection between the two. Highly engaged organizations tend to have a high proportion of high performing employees. This suggests that creating an environment where employees feel motivated, valued, and connected to their work directly fuels better performance outcomes. However, the report also highlights that achieving high performance is a journey and not an instant switch. The fact I found most stunning in this report was that their data showed that 1 in 4 employees takes up to 18 months to reach their first high performance rating. Think about that, 1 out of every 4 taking over a year and a half to reach their highest performance rating. This emphasizes the importance of providing ongoing support, development, and psychological safe environments where employees feel comfortable taking risks and learning from mistakes. For us leaders, this means patience and a long term view are so critical. Investing in employee engagement isn't just a feel good initiative, and we can't just rely on good onboarding to take someone there. It's a core driver of sustainable high performance and business success. The business landscape of 2025 is marked by relentless waves of change. This creates a sense of deja vu for many of us who navigated the disruptions of 5 years prior. And this is according to a Forrester report on how to thrive through volatility. However, a critical distinction sets this period apart: the absence of a singular unifying crisis. We are just being thrust every day into change and chaos. So instead of a shared focus, leaders face a complex web of challenges, including widespread global outages, escalating cyber threats, evolving tariff and trade wars, increasingly divided and impatient customers, and persistent economic uncertainties. In this climate, the ability to adapt swiftly and effectively is not merely advantageous. It has become fundamental requirement for organizational resilience to be anti-fragile. Leaders are now being called upon to prioritize the development of change mastery and cultivation of organizational agility as core competencies. So for us leaders, this new reality demands a fundamental shift in our mindset and approach. The traditional models of rigid, static organizational structures are proving inadequate in the face of such dynamic and unpredictable forces. Instead, the emphasis must shift towards fostering a culture of continuous learning and development. That's why we're starting to see a rise of more standardized leadership development, management training programs. Everything we can do to keep the organization aligned, to keep people motivated, to keep people pointed toward that North Star without being so rigid about every little thing that they're doing. We need to build these agile systems that enable rapid adjustments in response to ever shifting conditions. Ultimately, the capacity of leaders to not only navigate change, but to harness it as a catalyst for integration and growth will determine their effectiveness. In essence, the key to thriving in this era lies in embracing change as a constant and equipping our teams to excel amidst the uncertainty. It's like uncertainty-led growth. And that's your Lever Report. Check the show notes for any articles or research we covered today. And if you're enjoying this content, please show your support by liking the video and subscribing to our channel. Also, please ask questions or share your thoughts in the comment section below. We look forward to engaging with you. I hope you have a productive week ahead. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.